Want to welcome you to the Sarpino's Pizzeria franchise presentation. Hopefully you're going to really enjoy this and see this is a fantastic opportunity to get into the restaurant business, be trained thoroughly, be able to work with systems that support everything you do, and a team that really is going to be behind you day one all the way through. And that's what will hopefully come out of this presentation. You'll recognize that's exactly what Sarpino's does. So without further ado, let me jump into it. So a brief little bit of history about Sarpino's. Our founder found himself in Calabria, Italy, found a restaurant run by a lady named Sarpina. No one really knows why he went with Sarpino's instead of Sarpina, but she had fantastic Italian old world recipes. He loved them all, worked with her, adapted all the recipes, and those are the same Italian recipes that we're using today. So real world, authentic Italian, and it's a complete Italian restaurant menu. When you think of Sarpino's, don't think of the competition being the low quality cardboard pizza delivery companies. Think of your local Italian restaurant. That's who your competition with. Um, it's a pickup and delivery only concept from its very birth. It was pickup and delivery, so we really have been prepared for the modern age, and we've been focused on it. Our cost models are focused on it, and that's a big deal. From the start, we grew across the country, and our founders and our leaders decided to invest themselves in what's called PAL training, which is the very high level, almost like Six Sigma, if you know business terminology. It's like a Six Sigma training for restaurants. It's a high level, detailed efficiency model that our entire executive team, typically most restaurants have sent a person through. Our entire executive team went through. Invest the time, invest the energy, and then put those models into our stores. And at the end of the day, that's why you see such a highly efficient restaurant across all barriers and boundaries. It's pretty impressive to watch. It's really impressive to go in and see the stores operate, and it's an easy thing to learn our standard operating procedures and follow them. So it makes it really easy for a new franchisee or somebody new to the restaurant business to learn exactly what they need to do and go forward. And that's what we did. We have state-of-the-art infrastructure was put in, and with that, we finally decided to franchise our model. We have 45 stores at present, most of them in Midwest. We did open up a store. We had a franchisee that retired to Florida and then decided to change his mind and open up a store instead, and it did so well that he's opened up two more, and now he is adding, looks like 3 to 5 more. So it's going very, very well, and we're looking to expand on that opportunity, and we're looking for people that want to expand on it. Obviously, the key to Sarpino's, and again, because we're using those same old world Italian recipes, we have very specific ingredients that we use. We make sure and ensure that there is a distribution available in your area before we bring you on board to make sure that all the ingredients that we use are available in your area, and our distributor will launch them and get them right to you. We use fresh dough. We grate our cheese in the store. Some people have asked about why do why the extra step and the extra work to grate cheese in the store? And one of the things about that is grated cheese, while cheaper and easier to ship for some, also contains gas in the container, which keeps it separate. And ultimately, that infuses into the pizza, the cheese itself, affecting the flavor negatively. So everything we do is to ensure that our stuff is always high quality, tastes fresh. We cut our own produce every day. It's a very easy process. Again, it's very logical, efficient, but again, produces a high quality product. Now, why pizza? The question we ask, oh, there's lots of pizza places. Yeah, and I always the joke I always make is, have you ever seen one close? Which is true. Americans love pizza. U.S. Foods has been doing research for years. The number one food in America for 15 years in a row is pizza. People cannot have enough of it. And then when you add to that the high quality, top level ingredients and flavors that maybe they've never tasted before, that's what really makes Sarpino's on the pizza level stand out. Overall, what you're going to see is that we stand out because we're not just pizza. And here's an example. Here's that menu that we have. This is a version of the online menu. And you'll see that we have an awful lots of different versions of pizza available. Calzones, sandwiches, salads, pastas. It looks like a ton of food for a restaurant to produce. And the beauty of Sarpino's is all this is produced out of roughly a 10-foot production area. And the reason is that the ingredients we use in the pizza are the same ingredients in the calzones, in the sandwiches, in the salads, etc. So it's a really efficient, well-organized model, one that you really will have to see to understand exactly how efficient and logical it is. But again, for a new franchisee, it allows you to get into the restaurant space and really know what you're doing once you've done our training. So it's a vast menu and one that's proven to be extremely popular. Now, one of my favorite things about Sarpino's is while they certainly are excellent at what they do with their menus today, and they've always been since their inception, one of the things about them is they have a great research department that is constantly looking for ways to take advantage of trends and opportunities. So for instance, when keto was a popular diet, we came out with the keto bowls. Those rolled, and they're still available for those people who are into that. We've tried a line of tikka marsala pizzas, which had a tikka marsala as the base sauce instead of marinara or pesto. That was something neat to try. But the real big hit, we actually came out with a vegan menu, not just a vegan choice, but an entire menu of vegan opportunities, including vegan chicken tenders, which have the texture and taste of real chicken tenders. What's great about this piece, the vegan piece, is it's wildly popular with the Gen Zs, the Gen Xs. The younger kids absolutely love it. Our Indian customers love it. And what's great about that is typically in restaurants, you have to spend a lot of money to market your product. What's great about having a vegan menu is that the reaction that we've got for customers is that they hold that, they're so pleased that somebody has taken their interests in mind that they will spread all the word for you. I'll give you an example. We rolled out the vegan chicken tenders. We got a case of them, wanted to try out and see how it worked. We did a case. That case got into the store, and by the end of the day, we were done. Actually, I think it was 2 days. We were done. The entire thing was gone. And that's because the first customers that tried it then spread the word that we had it, and it went out and it was gone in 2 days. Really been a fantastic addition, the vegan menu. And again, it just shows understanding of the marketplace. It's now in some of our stores, it's become 10 to 13% of the entire revenue. So a great, great opportunity was created, and our restaurant team is always looking for the next opportunity. For instance, we have our deep dish pizza line coming out as well. So we have started expanding with franchisees, and I would say what's great about Sarpino's is most of our franchisees, it seems, have 1 or 2 stores, at least. Some obviously much more. It's an opportunity that we've really done a great job with having them capitalize in the major cities and then let them expand into a territory. One of the frustrations we often hear from people with other brands is that there's no territories available in their area or limited territories, or as we've seen, and this has happened a lot, where other brands where they have a successful store and they immediately put 4 or 5 franchisees on top of that store. One of the things that Sarpino's is doing, again, being a younger brand, isolated to the Midwest for the most part, is we're looking for people that want to grow and grow aggressively. So when we sit down with you, we're going to talk about a 3-store package for you most often. And then that 3-star package, we're allowed to draw a much larger territory for you to grow into. We want you to build your business, and we want you to have unlimited success. Go as fast as far as you want to go, because this is not just about your success. This is about something you can pass on to your kids, to your grandkids, and on down the line. This is a difference-making opportunity. And one thing that I will point out at this point is we also do have an awful lot of immigrant first generation Americans who own our stores. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's one of the things where the way the model works is that we don't necessarily have to have a tremendous number of English-speaking people in the stores running the operations. It runs very well without just, all you really need is one or two English speakers. It makes it easy. Again, it's a hyper efficient model that's easy to follow and easy to track. It's a lot of work, no question. Running a restaurant's a lot of work. But what's nice is when you have such a detailed system, you know what needs to be done and what's being done. You can track it the whole way through with our systems. So our franchisees are happy. One of the things that we will do down the road, we imagine a lot of you will say, "Hey, this is great, but how much, can I make? And what are, is this company really for real? Is this everything they say is true? Is the training great? Whatever you want to ask." We're going to make available to you a list of every single one of our franchisees, their phone numbers, their addresses, and you are welcome to visit each and every one of them, and we want you to. Our franchisees are successful, and we think they speak for themselves. And when when you're looking at a franchise, we're going to make sure that you get that information. As a franchisor, just so you know, a franchisor is not by law allowed to reveal to you anything about profit potential or things like that. Those that do, if you've already started exploring franchises, those that do are breaking the law. And if they're willing to break the law on that, then what aren't they willing to do to you? So steer clear of those. But I will tell you, we're not allowed to, but you are certainly able to ask the franchisees anything you want to ask them in private without us there. And that's something we're not weary about, to the point where we're going to make every single one of them available to you. So happy folks, successful folks, and you're going to enjoy talking to them. So like I said, the key with Sarpino's is the hyper detailed system. Again, it's PAL infused. PAL is this hyper organized training system that comes out. It's much like Six Sigma. It allows you to be as efficient as it is possible in a restaurant, and that's why you'll see how detailed and organized Sarpino's is, how easy it is to track even by digitally yourself, everything that's going on in your store, whether you're there or not. You'll also be able to track the different stores, compare them, and compete against each other. So you can see who's delivering in what time period, who's making the pizzas, what time period, and things like that. Obviously, your financial tracking, but we have tracking for everything. It allows you to keep your food costs, your labor costs, everything down because of the way we're so tightly organized. You'll be supported by our care team, who come by at least once a month, and they will be there to support you and fix anything, help you with anything that you need. We have 24/7 answering available for any questions you might have in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night. Advanced tracking and food cost systems, like I said. We have the food distribution to deliver all this to your doorstep. A digital training library, so as your new folks come on board, there's a library for them to work through. We will set you up with 4 weeks of intense training before you begin. But then we're gonna add on to that. We have an executive level on-site support for your grand opening. They'll be there for 30 days, 2 people in your store to ensure that you're massively successful. I have never heard of a franchise system doing this. It's Sarpino's. It's one of the things they believe in, making sure that people are as successful as they possibly can be. And by having somebody in your store, that allows you that opportunity. And like I said, we have these pretty amazing training tools. Like I said, the training you'll go through is extremely intensive. You will learn, if you're somebody who's never worked in a restaurant before, you will learn how to work a restaurant. That's how intense our training is. For those of you who have restaurant training experience, you're going to love the efficiency, the tracking of everything that we do, and you'll be able to take that and run with it. We also have an entire learning management system online for your employees. So as they come online, as you hire them, you'll be able to send them on to do their training online. It includes quizzes and things like that, so you know exactly what they've learned. But even if they struggle, when they're in the store, they've forgotten something, how to make something, we have QR codes on all of our recipes, so they can just watch a video right then and there in your store, and they'll know exactly what they need to put together. So it's a great systems across the board and great support to make sure that you're always on top of things. Now, as we've mentioned, Sarpino's is delivery focused. We are a delivery and pickup only restaurant. It allows us to go into a smaller space. It allows us, rather than to be in that super expensive street facing A location, we can go to a lesser location so long as the delivery area is fantastic. Now, we still prefer to be where you can be seen because it's just a good opportunity for marketing. But we're less focused on that, more focused on your delivery density and where you can pick up a train, especially if you've got hotels, conventions, places that we can go to as well. It can be a huge part of your business because we offer, everything from soup to nuts, from pastas to pizzas to a vegan menu to salads. We can cater everything, and it's a great opportunity for you that may not exist in many other franchises. So great opportunity there. But again, we are delivery focused and always have been. We know what we've all been through in the last few years. We saw that a lot of restaurants shifted to a delivery model. And where this really affected things was there was a group of old guard, low quality cardboard companies who own the delivery market, and they've been there for years. They never had to worry about competition since they were the only ones delivering. Well, now every high quality restaurant in the country can deliver at home as well. So now these low quality companies are stuck trying to figure out how they're going to raise the level of their what they offer to match that. They're going to figure out how to do not use frozen pizza, not use bagged cheese, things like that. They're going to have to figure that out. It's going to take them years to figure out how to do this. The high quality restaurants are awesome that are able to deliver at home through the third party apps, but their challenge is that they were never built for delivery. So they had to figure out the timing, the cost model, the food costs, all these things that they never had to think about before. The boxes, the delivery setup, the timing. I was in a store the other day where it was a good restaurant, really a top quality restaurant, but they had 4 or 5 of the third party delivery people just milling about the store for like 30 minutes, waiting on their orders to get ready for them to deliver them. Because they can't figure out the timing. It's going to take them years. Here's where Sarpino's has a huge advantage. One, we have always been a high quality restaurant. So we've always had that advantage over the lower quality restaurants that deliver. But because we've always been deliver and we figured our cost models based on delivery, then we're prepared to deliver and to take advantage of the market that's out there today. The rest of the companies are scrambling to try and figure this out. If you think about your local eatery that you go to, they may deliver at home, but they were never built their cost models to handle a 20-30% hit. That was not something they planned on. So they're trying to figure out the costing, the modeling, the timing, every piece of it. So we've got a huge advantage there. Now, we do have our own delivery drivers. I will tell you that employees love working directly for us because they're always working and delivering hot pizzas. Plus, they're paid a full-time for full-time hours. So while they're not delivering, they're working immediately in the stores. We have a great system to ensure that happens, and they love it. They love delivering for us because they're delivering hot right out of the store, and that increases their tips, which is what they found. But we still use the third-party apps. Why? Because for Gen X's and Gen Z's, they talk and what are you having for dinner tonight? I don't know, Uber Eats. I mean, that's just their mindset. So you have to be there for a marketing purpose. But again, because we have been doing delivery for so long and we have efficient designs that are so far beyond what is normal, that we've actually trained some of the third parties on how to deliver for us. And they're more than willing to learn our systems and make sure the timing meets what we need. It's a great addition from a marketing standpoint. But again, we've built our cost model with the absorption of those costs. Most restaurants have not. So we're, again, ahead of the game. Great opportunity. Now, I won't get too much into marketing support, but of course we do everything we can to support you from the marketing thing. We've got websites, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got all those things. We've got an app that we use. It's a very effective app. We do lots of advertising for you. We're always working on our search engine optimization and all the things that make your store stand out when somebody's searching. We also provide you with all the tools you need if you want to do something extra. we give you an entire digital asset menu for you to work with. If you're having an event or something you want to do that you want to put together, we'll work together with you on putting together anything you need to support what you do. We've got it all covered. Again, much like the food delivery that we handle for you, we also handle most of your marketing for you. But we'll want you to be involved too, and we want you to invest. I mean, you should think about investing 10% of your revenue into your own marketing on top of it. And I will tell you, the absolute best method of marketing pizza and pasta and all the things calzone that we do is bring food to people. Nobody ever says no to free food. So you go down, you open your store up and you go to your local convention center. You go to the front desk of a hotel. You go to the area and you offer, have events that you invite people to come in and taste the food for free. Whatever it is, that's where you spend your money. And that's a lot of bang for the buck because the food is just awesome. Right now watching this, you can't, taste it, but trust me, this is mind-blowing, different stuff. When you do everything this fresh and this well organized and this well, the recipes are classic old world Italian, people are gonna taste it and love it and come back for more. And so a good chunk of your marketing can just be bringing it out there, showing up at the local radio station, say, hey, can we drop off a pizza? Trust me, when those guys are up there eating that pizza, they're going to talk about it. There's lots of opportunities for you on the marketing side. We support them all. We want you to get the message out there. We're going to support you in every way we possibly can. So now let's take a look at the store itself. Obviously, target locations. There's, we have a whole model. Again, we're going to help you with real estate. We're going to help you with construction. We're going to help you with distribution. None of this, you're on your own for none of this. We're there to support you all the way through. When you're looking for a target location, anywhere, our number one thing is delivery density. You want to be in an area where there's lots to deliver to. But if you can have also, a hospital or military base or hotels or casinos or tourist areas available in the area as well, fantastic. It's something we're looking for. Pizza is one of those things where everybody loves it. It's a family food. Everyone can jump in there. And what's beautiful about Sarpino's is, again, as you've seen, our menu covers everyone. You've got a vegan and vegetarian in the family, we've got them covered. Somebody wants pasta, somebody wants a salad, they're on a diet, somebody wants keto because they're doing a special diet. Whatever it is, we've got it covered. And so that allows us to really take advantage of a lot of places that you might put the store. Again, the stores are only 1,200 square feet, so they're very small as far as that goes. Again, saving you on the build, allows things to run a little simpler. Also, that smaller space, again, affects your labor in a positive way, and it's one of the things that, our model, again, a hyper-efficient model leads to labor savings. So that's a big opportunity as well. So let's take a look at the store. And here is your Sarpino's Pizzeria. There's our sign, and you walk right in. And this is exactly it. By the way, a little FYI, all that counter space is all recycled. Again, something we take seriously. We do prep our own bread. We do our own crust in store. So we're making our pizzas, everything from scratch. There's that prep station I told you about. Very small, right? But yet it produces an awful lot of food, doesn't it? You'll see our pizzas, again, heated tables, little small things that we do that help efficiency and help make sure that, when we're delivering pizzas, we're delivering something hot and fresh. That's a big opportunity for all of our customers to make sure, our franchisees, to make sure that they're delivering hot and fresh. And that makes a difference for the customers. Something that they're not getting when they're going through the third parties by and large is that fresh from the box experience. So there's the Sarpino's. Gives you an idea of what we do and how we're built. Okay, so let's take a look at the Buildout Support. Again, we work with you, with the local real estate agent. We have real estate agents that we work with all around the country. We find somebody where you are that's necessary. But we work with them to find locations. At the end of the day, ultimately, we'll tell you which locations that you've looked at work and which don't. We're there to support you. We'll be there to visit. But at the end of the day, it'll be your call on which one you want to go forward with. But we'll make sure that you pick something that really works well. We're there to support you on real estate. We've got a team that'll support as well. We have local architects. We have obviously all the drawings, all the specs. That we make sure that the local architect will work with you to find somebody to work with that. Local GCs, you want to work with because permitting is the hardest part of the process, slowest part, and it's always better when you have a local GC who knows the system in the local area. So we'll work with you to establish that person. We've got a build-out project plan that we put together for you so that you can track all the way through where you are in the process, so you're always aware of what's coming up next, what should be done, and the timing of when it should be done. It's a great system to make sure that you can track all the way through. Again, Sarpino's has systems for everything. We make sure that you know what's going on at all times, all the way through, not just in the build, but when you run your stores and your day-to-day. All right, let's take a look at some financial information about Sarpino's. And again, keep in mind, as a franchisor, we're limited on what information we are allowed by law to give. I always direct people that if you talk to another franchise that gives you all the information, profits and things like that, that is against the law, unless it's in their FDD, and most of them it isn't. So if they were willing to rely on that, who knows what else they're willing to do? Run screaming from those people. But as far as us, we're going to provide you all the information that we're legally allowed to provide. However, we're also going to make available to you a contact list for every single one of our franchisees. For you to reach out to them, you can get all the questions that you have answered directly from them, directly from the people that are doing the business in the field. They are allowed to tell you whatever they want to tell you, and we support them doing just that. I think we're very proud of our franchisees, and I think they're very proud to be part of us as well. It's a nice family to be part of, and we look forward to adding more. Hopefully you. Some just numbers to keep in mind. Last year, our average store sales, 1,352,765.77. If you want my opinion on that, I think that's a spectacular number. I think you would too. That's an improvement of 150,000 on average from 2021. So that's great to see that a mature system is still improving. The numbers are still going up. That really bodes well for our future and your future. Our average labor cost came in at 27%. The national average for restaurants is 31.6. Another opportunity for you. Our average ticket or the average order is 26.60. The national average for pizza restaurants is 24.82. So again, another advantage for Sarpino's for you. Your total expense, your total investment. This is everything. This is your build, your equipment, everything included into it is all rolled in, all the numbers that you're looking for. We project that to come out to be between $319,000 and $489,000. Now, keep in mind, the range there is, if you're building in Manhattan, Kansas versus Manhattan, New York, gives you an idea of where that range might be affected. Also, the complexity of the build. But here's the nice thing about Sarpino's, and one of my favorite things since I've been part of them that I've seen is that they, unlike a lot of franchisors who make a lot of extra money off of you that you don't know, where they charge up on your equipment, they charge up on your build, they charge up on all kinds of things. Sarpino's does not do that. We do not want you to spend one penny more than you need to spend to build your store. There's nothing in it for you to do anything different than that, because we're a royalty-only company. Every company has a royalty. The average is just like ours, 6%, and that's where we make our money for all the work that we do. We think it's very fair, and then we think it's very fair to you if that's the only place we make money, because your success is directly tied to our success. And there's no other incentive for us to do anything otherwise, which is why we just put heart and soul into your growth, your profits, your ability to expand your market. We'll do everything we can to help you. There's also a 2% ad fund as well. What the ad fund is, it allows us to, rather than you trying to buy media in your market with just a small amount, it allows us to collect that, put it together with all the rest of the franchisees. It allows us to just buy on a larger scale with better terms for your area. So we get to spend your money into your area, but be able to buy a lot more for those dollars. So that's 2%. It's a range up to 3%, but right now it's 2%. And again, just want to make it very clear. We are going to make a list of every single one of our franchisees available to you. You'll be able to contact each and every one of them. We encourage you to do so. Ideally, you'll go visit them in their stores, ask them any questions you want. They are allowed to tell you any of the things that you want to know about the store or their own opportunities, how it's working out for them. There's a reason that most of these franchisees have expanded their number of stores they have. And we're very proud of them, and I think you'll find that they're very proud of us. So we look forward to working with you on the financial side of things. That's fantastic. Okay, so that brings us towards the end of what we're doing here. We're looking for leaders. We're looking for people that are ready to grow an area. You do have to have some net worth. You are going to have some cash down. Remember, you're going to have to get into this initial investment. A lot of people go through SBAs. We're very highly thought of by the SBA. So a lot of people have gone through and got SBA loans, but there's all kinds of vehicles. We do not direct you. We do not do financing ourselves. We can recommend. We not recommend. We know some people, but we're not going to recommend anyone in finance. That's something that you can work with anyone you want to work with. That's the key. You choose anyone that you want to work with in financing. And that's fantastic. Here's just some of the things we're looking for. We're looking for people that lead. You're going to have to work in the store. Either you or your partner has got to put in 60 hours. Some folks come on board thinking that they're going to hire a manager and call it a day. The challenge there is what happens if that manager leaves, you're back to square one. So what we look for is we have, people that want to work in the stores. For those people who are just looking at it kind of investment model, one of the models that we've seen very successful in other places is a earned partnership agreement where there's an operating agreement between you and another member. Perhaps somebody it's an employee of ours because our employees are so highly trained, where you are actually basically financially backing them. They in return are going to earn equity by performing for you and for the team, and that's an opportunity for them to get a leg up they would never get otherwise. It's also an opportunity for you to work with a partner who's going to be working in the stores full time. So there's lots of possibilities to work with. But our number one thing, we love people who want to work in the stores themselves and really put in the time to make sure they can make as much money as they can. You should love food. You should love people. If you don't love people, I can definitely tell you should not do this because you will not enjoy any part of it. Again, lawful permanent residents, U.S. citizens, we are well open to people that English is not their first language. We've had an awful lot of success with people from all over the world in our stores as employees, as owners, franchisees across the board, even our entire executive team. We are very open to working with people who are immigrants, first generation, and that's how this country was built. That's how our company was built, and we are more than excited to bring on folks that this is their first opportunity. So please, if that's you, don't be shy. We will work with you. We will work around the language, just as long as you have at least one person that speaks English. That's fine. Okay. So the next steps from here, and we'll make it very simple from here. If you've watched this presentation and you're super excited, and I hope you are, send an email to Fran at sarpinos-usa.com. Let us know that you're interested. Just send an email and just say, hey, you know what? I've seen the presentation. I'm excited. I'll send you an application. You'll complete and submit that application. You might actually get that in your first email and want to submit it on your own. Then we'll have a discussion on the phone, talk about the opportunity, talk about your situation, your area, make sure your territory is available. We'll send you what's called the FDD, which is a franchise disclosure document. That's going to be the most important document between us. We're going to get that to you. You'll be able to review it. Hopefully you'll review it with the franchise attorney. We always recommend that because it is a contract for you to sign eventually that you're signing into. So we want you to know it inside and out. Again, Sarpino has nothing to hide. We want you to know everything when you jump on board with us. But you get that FDD, you'll sign for it, read it over for 14 days, and then we'll talk about what we might do together from there. We'll have a discussion after that about, if we're doing, how many stores we're doing and what area. And then the next step, and this is where the big one is for us. Most franchises, I'll be honest, having been involved with a lot of franchises, if you can blow in a mirror and show them a check, they will hand you a franchise. Sarpino's is very different. We have a franchising committee. These guys have built a brand that they're extremely proud of, and they did it themselves. The leaders that built it are the leaders that are here. And so when they're looking to bring somebody on board, they want somebody who's really going to represent the brand and carry it forward. So to that end, is as a salesperson, when you talk to the salesperson for the company, if we wanted to sell you a franchise, we couldn't do it. What we have to do is we represent you. We act as your advocate, and we bring you in front of the franchising committee, and that franchising committee has to vote for you 100%. It's not an easy thing to do. I will tell you that a lot of people have come through, have not been made it through. I will tell you a lot of people that the key, I think, if I've found for the people that do get through and vote, that the 100% vote, is it's a lot of it is your family involved? Are you passionate about this? Are you ready to work? Those are the things they're really, really looking for. And they want somebody who wants to own their area. When we put you in a store and, hopefully give you a 3-store territory, we don't want you to think 3. We want you to keep going. And we want you to think about getting as big as you want to get. So we'll do that. Assuming that you get through the franchising committee, then we'll invite you in for another tasting, discovery day, where we'll sign our contracts, make a commitment. We'll start locating your store, and then we'll get that open and start planning for your next stores. So that's basically the process from here. So your next step, if you've watched this and you're excited about what we have to offer, and hopefully you are, you would email Fran at sarpinos-usa.com. And in summary, again, this is, pizza is a proven popular product, and all of our stuff, we've proven that people love Sarpino's food. They love it. Again, we're competing with your local high-quality Italian restaurant, high-class Italian restaurant. We're not competing with your cardboard companies, your conveyor belt designers, pizza people. We're going after your best Italian restaurant in town, and I think our food stands up to every single one of them, every bit of it. We are dedicated to innovation, like our vegan menu, which is just fantastic and has proven again to be 10 to 13% of our sales. But again, only came out after our restaurant team did exhaustive research. They really, really turned things around and over a long time before they make any new decisions to move something new. And when they do, it's great. You will have a huge advantage in being able to capture a large territory, something that's not available in a lot of brands. It's designed and experienced for the modern landscape. While the conveyor belt companies are trying to deal with how to compete with high quality, and the high quality restaurants are trying to figure out how to do the cost modeling, the delivery scheduling, the timing for delivery, Sarpino's is already there on both levels. We are already high quality. We already know delivery. That's all we've ever done is delivery and pickup. That's what we know. You've got a great team that's intimately involved. Like I said, when you open your store, 2 executives come down and stay in your store for 30 days. If you can find another team that does that, I'd be glad to hear it. I've never heard of it. Great support. The training is unbelievable. The systems are unbelievable. There's the margin opportunity is outstanding. And again, for those kind of questions, like what is the margin and things like that, we're going to put you out with our people that are doing the work, the franchisees that are out there. We're going to have you talk to them. They will tell you what they tell you. And we are totally comfortable with you talking to each and every one of them. This is an intelligent, organized operation. It's demonstrated success. We've got 45 stores. We've got a bunch more on the way, and we're looking for people that want to capture their territory and grow it. So this is a ground floor opportunity. Even though we've been successful, we've been around for 20 years, and we've got 45 stores. You're in the ground floor in your area, and we're going to support you with everything that we have. It's a very high integrity team, and you can count on it. So it's kind of, that's it for the presentation. I appreciate you spending the time with me. Um, Again, this is, Sarpino's. My name is Scott. You can actually call me if you'd like. I will send you an email if you send an email. I will send you the application. I will send you all the things that go with that. You can check out for more information. You can go to sarpinosfranchise.com. But really, from here, the most important step for you, if you're ready to move forward, is go to Fran at sarpinos-usa.com. Thank you for spending the time with me. I look forward to working with you. You are going to love this.